Hello and welcome to today's daily message. This coming Wednesday, I'll be giving a talk on the third of my series on the minor prophets, and I'll be talking about the prophet Jonah. So today and tomorrow, I want to point out just a couple of things which I think are interesting, even curious about the book of Jonah. So I have on the screen chapter 3, verses 5 through 10, and notice what they say. The people of Nineveh believed in God, and they declared a fast and put on sackcloth, from the greatest to the least of them. When the news reached the king of Nineveh, he rose from his throne, took off his royal robe, put on sackcloth, and sat on ashes. He issued a proclamation and said, "In Nineveh, by the decree of the king and his nobles, let neither human nor animal, cattle nor sheep taste anything. Let them not eat, and let them not drink water. Let every person and animal put on sackcloth, and let them cry earnestly to God. And let every one turn from their evil way of living, and from the violence that they do. Who knows? Perhaps God might be willing to change his mind and relent and turn from his fierce anger, so that we might not die." When God saw their actions, they turned from their evil way of living. God relented concerning the judgment he had threatened them and did not destroy them. The curious thing I want to call your attention to is the fact that the animals, along with the humans, put on sackcloth and fast. In other words, it's clear here that the animals are in need of repentance just as much as the humans. It's true that in the history of the interpretation of these verses, commentators often did not consider the word animals to mean that they took it to mean that it was human beings, because they just didn't believe that animals should be a moral concern. But if you look at the Old Testament in general, you will see that many times animals are agents of God's will. They participate in God's plan. So when Abraham wants to sacrifice Isaac, he stops when he sees a ram stuck in the bush. Moses' staff is turned into a snake. The night before the Israelites left Egypt, the dogs did not howl that night. Daniel was in the lion's den. Exodus chapter 13, verse 2 says that families should consecrate both the firstborn son and the first beast to the Lord. And so we can see here, and it's curious, that God considers the animals to be part of his creation. And I think the message for us there is that we too should consider the animal kingdom and consider everything on this earth to be part of God's kingdom and to treat it as such. Thank you so much for watching today.